right, welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And we're going to talk about some news. Today's episode is going to be pretty heavy on gaming stuff, it looks like. Got a good bit of gaming news. So
Oh, man, you're
let's talk about loot boxes.
Really?
Actually, before we talk about loot boxes, let's go ahead and get the one thing I think that's not gaming or not video games, and that's some maps that were released by Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons and Dragons that look like they may pertain to Planescape.
Ooh. I got a little something I can say on this, just in that I would like this because though I know y'all have heard me, you've probably picked up I'm not the biggest 5th edition enthusiast. If they bring back Planescape, they will get me on board because Starfinder, I love Pathfinder, but Starfinder was not what I hoped, which isn't their fault. I thought Starfinder was kind of going to be Pathfinder's Planescape, but it wasn't. So, my Planescape fits.
Planescape is definitely one of my favorite settings. So if Planescape comes out, we'll definitely do a review of the book and see how well that they actually accomplished this. They haven't officially announced anything. This is all speculation from the maps that they released for an upcoming D&D project. But I'm really hoping here because I like Planescape. I'd love to do another campaign based with Sigil.
Oh man, Sigil is just the hub world, man. It's the hub world. It'd be interesting how they pull it off, though, because Planescape was such a high tier of power, and 5th Ed's been so contained. How would they handle that? Because I couldn't imagine walking around Sigil with any of the characters I can build right now and living for 5 seconds.
I figure they'll have to implement some new magic items and stuff like that to sort of help balance it out, and it just be, if you're going to be playing this is some of the stuff. They have been pretty good at going. These items are for this setting and so forth, so that you don't have that leaking into other settings as much as you do with some of the other systems where it's just like, here's some new stuff for everybody, and it's just like, this completely unbalances all these previous settings with these items.
Well, you'll be getting a detail review on this because both me and Zeno are big Planescape fans.
Yeah.
I played a lot of it. Loved it. Plane hopping was fun. And, this is right here with Ravenloft for, settings that I'm always waiting to see that iteration version. So, let's see what they're going to give us.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll look forward to it. And like I said, if when the books come out, if they're Planescape, we're definitely going to pull out some reviews on that. But all right, let's
on the point of what Population Tire said, I agree with you, man. The combat didn't thrill me.
Yeah, sadly it took them so long to even start developing the world for Starfinder. Like Starfinder, the combat was bad, and the first few books weren't very didn't have any planets or didn't really have a lot of world building stuff.
Well, yeah, they did it backwards.
They finally did come out with some of the world building stuff, but it was sort of too late, too little, too late.
I was already out, and that's what my friend, our friend Joshua, he writes some materials. He games with me in another group. He loves Starfinder, but he's into the current world. And I said, dude, it lost me before then. You don't go backwards, man. With sci-fi, you build your world first, then you add in your classes. And they kind of did here's the rules, here's your classes. There was no planets. Like you said, there was no planets. Like nowhere near enough information to start with.
No real creatures, no real...
like a handful. I'm like, man, lore first when it comes to sci-fi.
All right, so let's just go to these loot boxes. Now, there's a new Fortnite game. Fortnite Saved the World. I think it's supposed to be a PvE Fortnite game. And, Fortnite is pretty heavy with their llama packs.
It's become a thing.
Yeah. Which is their loot crates basically, and they're doing something a little different on this one, which is sort of interesting. I'm wondering if this is just a preemptive. Like a lot of people are going, it's a step in the right direction. I still don't like loot boxes in general, and I think this is more of a reactive change than it is a we're doing this for the good. But what they're doing is you actually see what's going to be in the loot box before you buy it. So it gets rid of all the randomness.
That's how it should. Oh, well, I shouldn't be like that. Good. That's what's
I mean,
good.
it is good in a sense, but at the same time, it's still pay to win, sort of, and you also have
at least you can get what you want. Though,
you're not getting
money.
what you want. It populates basically a random loot box for you for that day. And if you don't like what's in it, you just don't have to buy it. But then you got to wait 24 hours before it resets to another random one.
They did that with, I think Blade and Souls did that, and it was fine. They would pop up, and you could see what was available to buy. The main thing is they're not stealing from, you never at any point feel like I paid your money and you gave me nothing.
Well, that's why I say it's sort of, I think, more reactive is because you have a lot of these countries and stuff like that are going into the calling loot boxes gambling. So they're trying to make some of these loot boxes illegal. Well, if I can tell you what's in the loot box before you buy it, I'm getting past the gambling problem of it. But still, I don't think they're really doing us any favors. I don't think they're actually trying to turn a leaf or anything. I think they're just trying to cover their ass.
Well, I still prefer that. So I'm going to give them that much. Fortnite's always had loot boxes. At least now they're not going. Because, think about it. If you walked to the place and said, give us $10, we're going to give you a lunch. What? Lunch? Don't worry about it. You'll find out. And you're like, no. You'd be like, hell no. At least they go, look. Because they do it in restaurants. Sorry, today we're only doing this soup.
Yeah.
You can either buy the soup or not buy the soup. But at least they tell you what the soup is. They don't go, man, we're going to give you a bowl. You're not going to find out until you pop the lid. So I'm okay with that. If they made it where you could just buy what you want off the bat, here's the problem. There is no reason for you to keep checking in. You would just go buy what you want. You make a one-time purchase. Yeah. You'd never go back to the shop. So I get it. It's a business.
I'd just prefer that they not do all the pay.
It's Fortnite, man.
Yeah, I know.
Plus, I think they're free to. I don't think that's how they make their money.
Well, no, there is. This particular Fortnite, the new Fortnite, will have also a purchase price.
Okay, so, I don't like the combo. I'm kind of like either be free to play with your loot boxes or I buy the game to give me a full game.
What's up, Justice Guy? How's it going?
Justice Guy, 1985.
1985. Okay.
You young bastard. What, he's 7 years younger than me.
Oh. Anyway, this is all the what we're referring to is if you're listening to this recorded, be sure to if you want to jump in our chat room and talk with us, you can join us every Sunday at 3:30. We do this live, and you can on Twitch. You can jump in, talk with us. So that's what we're referencing when we talk about certain people.
Yeah, we actually interact with our chat room.
Yeah, we try.
Live interact.
But Joe Justice. Okay,
you think we don't know who you are?
I didn't realize
you are still
Joe
younger
Justice.
than me.
I forgot Joe Justice's tag.
Watermelon frying tail. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I'm never gonna get over that frying watermelon.
Oh god damn!
You still on chicken?
You're still on the fried watermelon.
See, this is for the people. See, if you came to the show all the time, people, you know what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Go watch the old shows.
Or come watch us at one of the cons when we do a
thumbs up and notification bells and all that.
But yeah, I know we're not grilling watermelon. So, all right, let's talk about Google's Deepmind. Now, this was interesting. Now, Google's Deepmind has been around for a while. It is a artificial intelligence program that they had play games. One of the more famous ones was when they had the Deepmind play Go, and was able to actually beat a Go Pro.
Is this Skynet again? Why you always got these Skynet stories?
But anyway, now they have it. Huh?
My editor is yelling at me to lean in on my.
Now they're actually having it. They're having to play video games, and it's played games such as Mario and where's the list of games? There was a list somewhere. There it is. Mario, Quake 3, Dota 2, and now it's done StarCraft, which had proved to be too complex before, but now I think it beat pros 10 to 1.
So what you're saying is that they're now letting the AI learn how to beat us in military tactics.
In strategy games, yes.
Literally how to mobilize an army to defeat us. Are you even paying attention to what we're doing here?
I mean,
this is step 2. Step 1 is build
man.
the AI. Step 2 is teach it how to kick your ass. This is step 2. Next is going to put it in Call of Duty, and then it's over. Then it's going to know how to beat the current military.
At first, the people were thinking that it was because it could click faster than the pros, but come to find out, the pros were actually clicking and doing actions faster than Deepmind. The thing is that the Deepmind could take more minute strategy actions. So things that would be considered a micro strategy, they were doing a lot of those. Versus just the the large picture,
like some kind of super efficient machine.
Yes,
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die. Did you forget when we got told take a ride at the Taco Bell? Like Google.
It did not say my name.
Are you sure? Every time my nightmares, it's been saying our name. Normally when you're doing Google, you're getting told where to go somewhere. It uses generic terms, but ours said take a ride at this Taco Bell, and we're like, that was unusually casual.
It even changed the tone of voice that Google was using when it did that. It was really fucking weird. Population Tire says he'd whoop its ass in Bomberman. Okay.
Famous last words.
Let's call up Google, see if we can get that going. We'll live stream that shit.
Google just sends back a picture of a charred denim cap. And you're like, whoa, okay, that got real.
Oh. All right. So this is an ongoing thing. We talked some about this.
You actually brought this up?
We talked about this a little last Sunday. Apparently, Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Odyssey DLC, Shadow Heritage, that caused a lot of uproar
for no reason,
because of the fact that it basically forced people into a heterosexual romantic storyline or whatever.
In order to have a child, because if you remember Assassin's Creed, all of this is coming from descendants.
Yeah.
Your descendants are like remembering your life and memories. So you have to have descendants.
Yeah.
That's kind of the requirement for that
they
to
originally
work.
said that they would make it more
utilitarian. Like it's not romantic. You just did it to have a kid.
In the next segment, apparently there was so much backlash, so many people complained about this that they're going ahead and patching it now.
I think they should give people full choice. They should put it in a patch that allows you to decide to not have a kid, and then the game should just end. And they'd be like, "What happened? Oh, you're not a bloodline. The game's called Blood. You don't exist. You chose not to have children. You win. Game over."
Yeah.
Just a game over screen appears when you click that option, and it's like, "Oh yeah,
yeah." And if the next game it goes, "Oh, did you play the previous game?" Yes. What did you choose for ending? This. Okay. This game does not exist.
Yeah. No. It just switches to a new person. It'd be like, "Who are you?" "Oh, I'm this guy that was doing stuff while this other person didn't have kids."
Oh, more outraged than Gillette. I don't know. Like, I guess the Gillette outrage was coming from the other side. So it's, maybe. I think Gillette was more mainstream.
Look, I'm not going to weigh in on the Gillette thing other than to say my razor company does not have the ability to give me any moral compass. They have not established themselves to have that right.
Gillette has nothing to do with our topics here.
And just before they even do it, and that includes you, McDonald's, you can also tell me how to raise my kids.
I'm going to move on from Gillette. Let's talk about Aliens.
The best a man will
So Alien Blackout. This game finally came out on mobile. You had more words to say about it than I did. Like I looked at it, I was like, it's a mobile game. It's $5, whatever. And there was apparently a lot of people complaining because it was a mobile game and not a full PC release or anything like that, or console release.
Yeah,
but
Xeno's a little friendlier to the game than I am, but it might be because I watched a lot of Alien Isolation. It was an amazing game. And the people who were hoping for a real sequel got a mobile game. Now, is that a big deal? No, not really. I agree with you there. But I will say this. My biggest problem with the game is not that it is essentially, a mobile game. It's not the same as Diablo. Diablo was a big PC thing. People spent money to be there. Mm-hmm. My issue is that it's way too FNAF-y for me. You said you didn't see it, but to me, it reminds me a lot of FNAF.
It looks like a mobile game to me. Like, I couldn't compare it to, like, the Diablo fiasco or anything like that because it was I don't see where people can complain because somebody made a fucking mobile game and not a PC game or not a console game. Like that makes no sense to me.
Isolation didn't have the history of Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were like, it's just another mobile money grab. So what if it is? There's lots of mobile money grabs and I like I said, I don't see any reason to complain other than you might want an Alien game. That's something you'd play if you don't play mobile games. And I'm sure there will be one eventually down the line. I mean...
Yeah, that's not the big deal. To me, it's just it feels unoriginal. Like, it does feel like a cheap, hey, let's FNAF it up and see if we can grab a few bucks. I mean, is it a money grab? Yeah. But maybe that money will be used to make Alien Isolation 2.
Well, I mean, if you want to call it a money grab, every fucking game's a money grab. Like, you don't make games unless you plan on making money.
Well, okay, it's a cheesy money grab.
I don't know. It's a money grab. It's a game.
They could at least came up with their own design.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, if you want to say that, just every bad PC game then is a money grab.
Yeah, but some of them are uniquely bad. They're not all like. Yes, there are a lot of Mario clones. Those are worse than the ones where it's an original piece of crap.
Calling something a cash grab, I just don't understand because in my opinion, as somebody who has looked at business quite a bit, isn't that the point? The point is to make
Let's
money.
rephrase it then. It's a knockoff of FNAF.
I mean, I have not played Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's game fan, so...
Well, then don't argue with me on it.
So I can't tell you whether... I'm not arguing with you on whether or not that is. That's what I'm saying.
Population Tire got my back.
Honestly, if you look at that, I've seen the style of Five Nights at Freddy's. There's Five Nights at Freddy's isn't the only game that's done that. I mean, it's a pretty common game.
Unless it got
format.
common after FNAF did it.
It may have. I mean, I don't know. I don't know all games. I'm not the all-knowing recall every game that's ever been made on who made what format first.
It's all right, man. That's why you have me.
Yeah.
And Wikipedia. Also Wikipedia. All right. But either way, it's only $5, so I do got to say that. If you want to blow some time and see an alien, PG kill some people, $5. $5, because price is a big factor. If it was more than that, and it does have no microtransactions, so yeah, $5, man. $5 and you get to, do the alien version of FNAF, which...
$5 is $5.
I mean, I'm sick of animatronics. I'd rather see a xenomorph kill somebody than another goddamn animatronic. You know what I'm saying? I've watched a lot of FNAF. That's the other reason I may be more upset. Yeah. I've watched like every FNAF game, including the weird knockoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of FNAF. I
mean, I tried to watch some FNAF before. FNAF, that's just such a dumb name. Five Nights at Freddy's, man. God damn it, it's not that hard to say. I've watched some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff because, my niece is big into Five Nights at Freddy's was. So I watched some, with her. But other than that, I don't really watch people play games anyway, so.
I do, so.
I play games.
Plus, I mean, it was kind of boring watching. I was like, man.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about something else.
Anthem
demo, VIP demo. BioWare says it knows what the problems are. So apparently, here's where this is leading. So Friday, the demo came out. Apparently, a shit ton of people couldn't log in because of server capacity
one of the many problems.
Issues and several other things. But apparently, BioWare is trying to ensure people that this is not an issue of them having lack of servers, but an issue that they are aware of and is fixable. So,
I've watched 3 full demo playthroughs, and here's what I could say. Universally, people have said the movement is amazing. The way you move, very Iron Man feel. The transition from air to ground, underwater, incredible. In fact, the best way to describe it is when it plays, everybody I've seen has had a pretty decent amount of fun. But the two biggest complaints I've seen are glitchy, it being really freaking glitchy as hell, and
yeah, glitchy and
also
hi, Dwayne.
Yeah, my dad decided to call me in the middle of the stream, even though he knows I'm doing this. But like it's been glitchy. Yeah. But the other one is that the bullet sponging. A lot of people felt that the combat, while fun, led to. You've played a few of those games where you've got to shoot a creature like all day to kill it. Mm-hmm. The bullet sponge is the thing I've heard about, and I've heard people losing progress is a real problem. It isn't just being glitchy. I watched Angry Joe do a playthrough, and he went through a whole match, and at the very end, he got kicked out right at the end and got no rewards, lost all the XP, all the items, and he was furious.
Oh.
And the rest of his team got their stuff, so he's watching people upgrade, and he's sitting there just like, at his face. So that's the biggest two things I've seen is that the glitches will lose the progress.
I am curious what people think about this game. Actually, I mean it's been hyped pretty big. So I mean, let us know in the comments what you think about Anthem, and if you're excited or looking forward to this game. I'm interested. So let us know.
So what's next up?
Let's see. We got some more Cyberpunk 2077 news. So there was some release on some stuff about the weapons with the katanas and melee weapons and different guns and stuff like that, and how different builds and different weapons actually have different advantages and disadvantages and stuff like that.
You said, I'm sorry, you said melee and katanas, and all I could think is yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it contains katanas, guns with bullets that ricochet off walls, the menace blade, bunch of different things like that. So that's sort of interesting. The other news for 2077 is one of the guys who was big, I guess, in the creative side of the game has recently moved to Blizzard.
Oh yeah, he got poached. Yeah, they've been claiming Blizzard poached one of the guys.
The creative director of the game, which, as far as the game goes, they say that this probably doesn't affect the game much because most of the stuff the creative director does will have already have been done. So, but yeah, he's apparently had a 12-year tenure at the company and is now moving over to Blizzard. So that's hopefully, like I said, that doesn't affect the game. It may affect a future Witcher, being that he was involved in the 3 Witcher games.
I'm not a Witcher fan,
but. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge.
What does Blizzard do
the
again?
Witcher story and everything,
I not get these companies mixed up.
Blizzard's World of Warcraft, Diablo, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's good news for you and your future Diablo game.
Maybe
non-mobile. Yeah.
I think they said that he's working on World of Warcraft. So I don't know.
Isn't that rebooting?
They're doing a classic version of it. From what I understood, the last expansion, of course, I said this, I think, about the last 3 or 4 expansions, is supposed to be the final expansion for the game.
This is the final expansion until the next final expansion.
Being that World of Warcraft has been around for over a decade now as far as online games go.
I mean, I can't knock them. I mean, I like the game Final Fantasy, and it's up to 15 or 16 games, and it's literally called Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but World of Warcraft is still World of Warcraft, not World of Warcraft 2, 3, 4. It's
just expanding. Don't worry, this one's going to be the last expansion.
Yeah. Till the next one.
So I wonder when they do the classic, are they going to go from there and go on a different path of expansion so they can just literally now have?
Well, I think the whole idea of the classic was not to expand anymore, but I don't know. We'll see.
Willing to put money on that? I'm thinking the classic is going to get a separate set of expansions.
I figure the classic, even though it's a cool idea, and I wouldn't mind playing classic again, because yes, it would get old after a while if there's no expansions. I don't see it lasting very long.
I don't think the pandas are coming back if they do that with the classic.
God dang! I
think they're gonna just weave them out of the story.
I wish the panda was the worst idea ever done on World of Warcraft, but. All right, last thing we have, I think, in the gaming news, or news in general, is this is not really new news so much. It's something that I had missed. I did not realize, because I'd been looking for, which I'm glad I didn't set the date for our live stream yet, being that the Dead or Alive 6 was postponed to March 1st. But I am looking forward to this. March 1st, we plan on doing a live stream here. We're going to have several people over at Dicejunkies headquarters on the day of release and do a bit of a live stream of a bunch of us just swapping in and out. Looks good though. I'm definitely looking forward to this. Have you not seen this necessarily, this demo?
No, and I was really hoping to see more Dago. I told you he's probably going to be a character I'm looking forward to learning. But
Dago,
they're not showing a lot of...
They have some. He's in here.
Here he is.
Yeah, he's right here.
It's 26, by the way.
No, they do a decent sides demo of him in just a minute. Right now they're doing the Lightning Girl, and then right after her...
The Final Fantasy character, yeah.
Is she a Final Fantasy character?
No, she just looks like one. I'm just cracking a joke about the fact she looks a lot like a Final Fantasy
You know
character.
me, I don't know these characters, man. The Lightning one wasn't in the previous Dead or Alive, so...
No, she's a scientist with electric gloves. We're expecting our boy Jarek will be... Wow, she's 18. That is young. Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, there's probably...
Do you really expect... Like, probably... In these games, most of the females... half the females are like 18.
He likes tacos, right?
Does he like tacos?
Yeah, and I like tacos too, so, I mean, I'm loving that.
Fish tacos?
Oh, there you go. Put it on. There you go. Roughneck beat down. I'm going to whoop the snot out you jokers, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go local.
We'll see.
Y'all going to get tore up.
But yeah, there was some people who were afraid that some of the classic DOA visuals and mechanics of gravity would be removed. But
titty mechanics?
Yeah, titty mechanics.
Boob physics. I'm sorry. Let's use the
there
PC.
You go. Boob physics. That's the word.
Because that's better.
I wasn't gonna say boob physics. That was move physics. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
But yeah, so apparently a lot of that is definitely still there.
There she goes.
The default outfits do tend to be less scanty, I guess. So there you go. Looking forward to this game, though. Looking forward to March 1st, where we're definitely going to play some of this live here at the studio. So be sure to check us out when we do that. What's up?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. Editor's over there groaning about something. Probably booby physics. I don't know.
All I know is that Diego is going to put all of you putas on the ground.
Okay. That's what you say. Anyway, look, that's going to be Jiggle physics. Thanks, Population Tire. That's much better. That's Jiggle physics.
Jiggly boobs. That's the Jiggle physics.
All right, guys. That's the end of the first segment of the live stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And Random Encounters will be coming up right after this. If you're watching this or listening to us on the podcast or on Twitch, then we're going to move into Random Encounters right after this. Thanks.